We check in with the adventures of Dale and Jerry. Morning, gang. Happy New Year.
Hi, Jeff. Vicky.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Well,
Good.
where are you from?
California, Palm Springs area.
You look a little tan for this time of year.
Yeah, that's right.
It was 80 something degrees in Palm Springs yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
So anyway, Happy New Year. Dale lets me segment in.
How you doing, Jerry? What's going on?
I'm doing well. Yesterday,
Heard you were at the county commission meeting yesterday.
Attended a county commission meeting, and I hadn't been to one for a while. So at first, the Randy Netherland sees me and he says, "Oh no, this is going to be a bad day." I'm kind of going, I'm not here to bomb anybody. I did go there to extend an invitation with your agreement there, Jeff.
On your behalf.
I said that was fine.
Yeah, to the commissioners, the department heads, and elected officials to come on air and tell about the service level they're going to provide for 2018.
Sure.
As we all know, that there's been changes, some of them process changes or at their own doing, and others are as a result of a budget and affordability. So I believe that it'd be very important for the public to know about those, especially people that live in the outlying areas. To go 20 miles and find out it's closed for the day, that's when the public gets mad.
Yeah.
And as we heard from Lisa Frazier last week, there are significant changes at the treasurer's office, and I've heard from other just rumblings, no specifics, so I think it's important we give the community some specific information on those changes.
Yeah.
And also what was brought up to me yesterday by Jerry Houth, the Public Works Director, was that he has a new deputy director that he wants to bring in and introduce as well. So it would be all encompassing.
Oh,
I'll
good.
compose an email invitation to them. So
Nice.
anyway, that's what I've been up to. And it was, touch base with a police chief, cup of coffee, and was entertained there with the stories. I had to ask about the incident with the little gal that hit the guy over the head, stole his car, and then ran across the school parking lot.
Yeah.
Still closing.
Sans clothes.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
The streaker was in
Well,
town.
and you know how difficult is that for the police officers? I mean, look at the harassment and molestation and police brutality. Now they got another one to add to that, but we won't go there.
Did you guys make it to midnight the other day? For the
No
old New Year's
way.
Eve?
No, we did not.
East Coast midnight?
You know what? I was awake at midnight, but I was...
Fireworks?
No, I was waiting for the fireworks to go off, and nothing happened. So
You didn't have any fireworks this year out on the
very
canal?
unusual.
Good for you
We
guys.
had some earlier in the evening. Big M80 went off somewhere on the canal, and every loose animal on the canal ran for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so those are so loud. Anyway, around dinner time or so, there was a little bit of action next door and what have you, and then, but about 10 o'clock, it was all quiet on the home front, 10:30, 11, somewhere in there.
We heard one yesterday morning.
Oh, yeah, yesterday morning,
Right on
5:30, somebody
Yeah.
launched off a boomer right in the intersection.
Getting a jump on the 4th of July,
Getting
or
ready.
still reminiscing about
They're
the
like,
New Year's
man, it's
past.
still New Year's. I'm holding on to this one.
Oh, yeah. So I was not nearly as energetic as Jerry yesterday. I didn't leave Hoodsport, I don't think. yesterday.
Well, there's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
Hoodsport's a fine little burg.
It surely is. Yeah. So I got my, I was recovering from shock. I got a jury summons yesterday.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Pum, pum, pum.
So I'm going to be on jury duty.
Can't get out of it now. And I mean, before,
I've never been picked for the jury.
we've had the excuse, I got the show.
Yeah, I'm a news
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And you're always stuck between, I hope it's a good case, or I hope I'm dismissed.
Yeah.
Dismissed.
Dismissed
Like, right
or
away.
something
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
something
don't
really
know.
good.
Yeah, you want one or the other. So,
Yeah.
I've never even
Contested.
gotten to the front end of the interviews.
They look at
And-
this and they go,
on my behalf, I hope they choose him so he gets over it.
gets over it, gets out of the house for a couple days.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
but-
has his Judge Wapner in him that keeps coming out.
You start making phone calls. Are you sure this can't be a sequestered case?
That's right.
Yeah.
She would love that.
Log him up. Party.
So that was the big news that came in the mail yesterday for me. So I've got plans now for late January, early
All
February.
right.
All right.
I got a call to make every night at 5. Am I on the jury?
My list. Did I make the list? Any goals or plans this year? We look forward to seeing you guys somewhere pop up in the middle of the desert for baseball or on a
We are
cruise
planning.
ship or
We are
something?
planning a trip south to visit friends and relatives in late March. So
Well, that'll be perfect. That'll coincide with a little spring training baseball.
yeah, we might swing in there early enough to get a game in or two, and
Cool.
that would be fun. So that's the game plan right now. I'm in charge of that. So still
Yeah.
putting the pieces together for that. But
How about resolutions? Any resolutions
No.
this year?
Yeah, we thought that would be our productivity improvement. We wouldn't waste any time making making resolutions.
Didn't I make something about being healthier and working out and getting a better job? I can't get a better job than what I do now, 15 minutes a week.
Right?
That's a tough
You have
one.
a
That's
great
a tough
job.
It's a good
haul.
gig.
Yeah.
It's a good gig.
Yeah.
So did you write that down, Dale? I didn't see any.
I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
Wrote
okay.
it down and put it in his hope chest.
Things.
You know something I read online? I don't know if you guys have seen this, but every week on Fridays or something, you write down something good that happened that week.
Oh.
And then at the end of the year, you're sitting about, you pull out the jar, and you've got theoretically 52 nice things that happened
Positive
over
things
the
that
week
happened over
Hey,
the
that's
year.
pretty cool.
to help you reflect
that.
over the year.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Because you tend to remember the bad things.
Oh, yeah, you only
Yeah.
remember
know.
the bad things.
So you want to see. That's a great idea.
Yeah, so that's
A
thought
mason
for you
jar or
guys.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
Drop that note
left
in.
the house with both my shoes. This is a good week.
Yeah, had them both on the right size.
Same
So-
color socks.
Same, yeah, not always.
I know.
Anything else to pass along, Jerry?
I don't think so. Like I said, I'm looking forward to talking to some of the county people and seeing,
Yeah.
getting them in to
Oh, yeah.
talk.
No, we gotta-
The thing with that may be interesting too is when we talk to the commission, Kevin Schutte as a commission chair has always been very willing to come in and talk about the issues and the trials and tribulations with budget and whatever. The chair this year is Randy Netherland, and in the past he's been a little bit reluctant, not as chair, but as just a setting commissioner.
Well, he's
and,
nervous about being on the radio.
Yeah.
Come on, Randy.
I sent him a note yesterday asking
Yeah,
him to come
he'll
on
come
if he
on.
wanted to.
Yeah,
He'll be
yeah.
in.
He's
He's fine.
yeah.
We don't bite.
That's what's great about radio. No one's going to see you.
So we keep telling
Well-
him. I told him he's
Got
got
all
to
these
face the
cameras
radio.
here.
Get on there.
Yeah.
Before you got here, Vicky Dale's like, we should have cameras in the studio.
Yeah.
We should film everything. Oh, by the way, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Here's
and,
your cameras.
and yeah, that and Jeff, you're the guy with the technical expertise, so you get
I
to
don't
do
care
everything.
about any of that, but I was totally against it. And then we get them and you leave me.
Well, yeah. Now look at.
Mason
Yeah.
County Assessor, Auditor, and Treasurer's offices are reducing their hours 9 to 4. In addition to that, the Assessor's office will be closed to the public Fridays beginning next week. So that's kind of the baseline.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll get service level updates as well
Yeah.
from them.
Well, we also have the planning department and the community development. And one of the things that Dave Wyndham did identify yesterday was that they will, by the end of this year, they're purchasing the software. By the end of this year, they'll be able to do online permit requests.
Oh, nice.
And whatnot.
That's a
and
bonus.
yeah. So that will be a great productivity improvement and help reduce the human resources, one would think, that it is required to support that
Oh, all
operation.
online. Very cool. All right.
And guess what? No line.
And no line. So you don't even have to worry
They're
about
making it too easy for us out there. Everything's online now.
Yeah. Well, we have our perception, and Dave will come in and tell us the
exactly
reality.
how it works. Very nice. All right, y'all. Thank you much. Oh, Seahawks.
Yeah.
What's the deal with them?
They are going to go through wholesale changes.
Fire sale on this one.
Yeah. There was talk yesterday. I think I added up about 11 of the starters on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Won't be with the team next year.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Out of
That's
32?
about half out of
Yeah.
22 people that started on each side of the ball. About 11 probably won't be with the team next
That's
year.
amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty drastic.
And then Coach Carroll, is he going to stick?
He'll stay. There were some folks that were saying they wouldn't be shocked if he didn't, but you know he's Mr. Positive, and so how would you turn him out?
What would you do? I
Yeah.
mean,
And
Say,
so
sorry, we're going to go in a different direction.
they do have to make a youth movement, and they do have to change. I'm just my opinion. I think that Pete Carroll's style of coaching and management is great, but 3 or 4 year spurts, and then you got to kind of flush everybody out and
I'll
start
buy that.
again.
He's a youth centric coach.
Yeah.
He speaks in ways that the youth can really.
And they
get
got to all
behind.
buy. Everybody's
And
got to
they
buy in. It's kind of like a mantra, and
Sure.
and you got to do, and it works. But then guys get a little bit longer in the tooth. Other things distract them, and then you've got divisiveness inside the locker room.
Yeah.
So
'Cause-
not everybody's on the same page, and I think that's what we saw this year too.
Oh, that's a good point. Because he was very popular, very effective in college football, and
Yeah.
those 3 or 4 years after college is when he really kind of. I mean, for a player, 3 or 4 years after college,
Yeah.
4 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's kind of a prime time slot.
Yeah, and they're still in that mentality those first 4 years
Yeah.
that they're in the NFL.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
So that's where I think that's where his strength is with that age group. And face it, they're the most durable
Yeah.
in the NFL. So that's kind of the direction I think we're just going to see wholesale player changes, maybe a new offensive line coach, maybe. But I think the coaching staff is pretty much intact as well. So,
Good. Well, that's
yeah,
good.
that's my
Still
that's
not
my
too bad.
take on it, and more to be continued.
7.
Go Mariners.
Go Mariners. 7:50 here. Thank you.